very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching NewsX. I'm Kriti Mehta. Latest news now coming in. India's Rafale induction advances as pilot training in France is set to begin soon. Sources say first deliveries of the Rafale fleet are scheduled for 2028, boosting carrier-based air power and enhancing operational capabilities for the Indian Navy. Big news there coming in. Let's also open this up for discussion. Retired Major General K.K. Sinha is joining us as a defense expert. Mr. Sinha, thank you very much for joining us on this. Your first thoughts as we're expecting deliveries very soon now.
Good afternoon, Jai Hind. The Rafale delivery, we have got as on today 36 Rafales.
Right.
These are F3R jets, and the deal was done in 2016 when the Prime Minister visited France. Thereafter, and which proved to be very, very good during the Operation Sindhu. 26 Rafale, maritime Rafale for our carrier group that was placed, and now the informations are coming that in 2028 these 26 will be coming, and that will give a punch in the naval domain. Over and above, there are 114 Rafale, over and above this 26 and 36, 114, and few will be in the flying in condition and rest will be produced in India, including the fuselage. So India more or less willingly decided for the time being till the MCA comes. This is 4.5 generations, fighter. We will carry on with this. It will maybe upgraded a later to the 5th generation, but probably the MCA project Safar, that will be actually putting the India into the map of having the punch of air with the required generational requirement of fighters.
Right. General Sinha, there's also a huge backlog when we are looking at Rafales. There's about 46.6 billion euro of backlog that's stopping Rafale demand. What does that mean, particularly in the Indian context?
See, in Indian context, when we talk about the Rafale, see, we have to go back a little bit back by 2012. That is the time with the previous, setup of the, on the seat of power in Delhi. They were of the view that in India do not have enough budget, enough money to go for this type of upgradations, in spite of the fact that the requirement of 42.5 to 43 squadrons for 2.5 front, which has been drastically brought down now to about, roughly 29 squadrons. So they were not able to do it, but India went actually in a correct way by 2016 when we have identified for the Rafale. Rafale, when we say the Rafale, which is a French Dassault, the point is like this. There are other competitors like Su-57, which is there. There are other competition, even F-35, America were doing it. India has taken a view, and especially after the Operation Sindhu, the performance of Rafale has been, outstanding, in spite of the fact that, many countries like China and including America wanted to bring down the, India's decision of, actually equipping itself for the Rafale. 3 squadrons of Rafale, as on today, basically it is a 2 squadron when we say 36 of them, 18 each squadron. It isn't peanut, and what you are asked that 46.5 billion, the backlog.
Yeah.
See, when you go for a purchase like this, it is a major purchase where you have to have, in your budget, which we have got for the capital purchases of this, which has got its own process. Willy-nilly, we have gone for Rafale, but there are a lot of, gaps are there. Like in Rafale, the transfer of technology, then source code, still it is have got a question mark. The Rafale which has come to the India, including this 26, which will be coming by 2028 of the maritime, the source code is still a big question mark. If the source code doesn't come to you, then the problem is that you can't integrate your weaponry, your missile system on these platforms. So these things are going on. The Prime Minister himself has taken the lead on that. And probably, I think Macro will agree on it if the India is going in such a big purchase with 114 more of Rafale. I think we will, all these things which is there, it will see a light of the day.
Right. Final question for you, General Sinha, before I let you go. Now, the delay in developing Navy twin-engine deck fighter aircrafts also increases India's dependence on Rafale jets. How important, of course, you've spoken about it already, but how important is Rafale, especially at a time when we are seeing delay in developing indigenous aircraft and, there's delay in other technology from other countries being imported?
The most problematic area is in the engine of this fighter, which is very, very sophisticated and a very advanced technology. As on today, there are only, I think, 4 countries, which has got this capability, including the China, they do not have. Still, they get the engines of Russians to put across. India has been trying for long. Our country engine has moved away, but it has still not up to the mark so that you can go for it. And that's why the jet engines from General Electric, we have contacted with the Americans, and they willy-nilly delayed. And it has got strategical implications. It has got also their problem of producing so many and the demand. So it is America, UK is there, France is there, and Russians. They have got this capability of engine. India is doing its bit, but I think we have not done breakthrough yet for our own engines, and that's why, in spite of the fact that where there are promises, there are delays and drastic delays from General Electric engine. So what you are saying that is very correct, that until unless we go, there has been a breakthrough as far from the your private sector in prices. Tata's have able to develop a transport aircraft. Making an aircraft itself is a huge leap in the capability on aviation field, both in public domain and in the military domain. So India has to go. I think there are a lot of push, but I think we do not have that engineering, that technology, the breakthrough, the research and development. When you actually do this, you require huge R&D funding, which India do it, and we have not breakthrough, and we have to accept this limitation of ours.
Right, General Sinha, thank you very much for joining us and speaking to us on this. And viewers, we move ahead now. Hindustan Aeronautics